the fear down. And of course, I'm going to tell you something. I say write the fear down, but if you're not sure what the fear is and you're struggling and it's kind of like jumbled, don't focus so much on the writing, right? Take your Google Notes, take your voice recorder, take something out, and say what you're feeling. Blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm feeling, and I don't understand it, and blah, 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 and let it all out. Okay? Even if it's 10 minutes, just let it out and record yourself. Okay? Go back to it afterwards because you're going to either listen to it or watch it back. Like you'll read it back. There's going to be a lot of things you're like, well, that's just absurd. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. But when you allow yourself that time to just spew it out and not think, just say what it is, what happens is when you're trying to write it down, you get so focused on writing it properly, so focused on trying to get everything down, can't usually write as fast as you can possibly uh, think and get it to the paper. So when you give yourself the opportunity to say it out like that and then go back and read it, what happens is you're like, oh, well, that's just absurd. No, that's funny. Oh, what's that? I didn't see that. Where'd that come from? And usually, almost every single time, if you can get back to it and find that one thing that's like, oh, where'd that come from? Then you're curious. And then if you want to journal and you want to write it down, write that one down and then ask, what does that mean? Why does that mean that to me? And then your brain is actually thinking about it. And all of the other things, it basically filters out the noise. All those things that don't matter, shoulda, woulda, coulda, all of those things. Is that mine? No, that's not mine. I know that's not mine. I know that's not mine. But this is interesting. This I haven't seen. This, why did that come out? Where'd that sentence come from? What does that mean? Right now, you take that sentence and you start journaling and asking the question, oh, what does that actually mean? Why did that come up when I was talking about something that made me scared? How does that relate to that? And then when you start writing it down and trying to figure it out, what happens is your brain is processing the fear. And then you've given yourself grace because you're not saying, I'm an asshole, I'm stupid because I was scared, I'm all these things. You're saying, oh, that makes so much sense. If I understand what that is, now you're in curiosity. You're not shaming yourself. You're not saying, hurry up and get through this. You're saying, okay, here's the grace, here's what I understand. And if I allow myself that little bit of space, and I think about this one little thing that snuck in there that I would have never got if I'm trying to write everything down so quickly. You would have missed it because you're so focused on all the other things and you want to be perfect, especially when you're in a state of fear, right, or anxiety. You're so worried about everything being perfect, almost everything's going to screw up because that's just the way it works. And the universe is going to keep doing that because it's trying to teach you that fear is not a big deal. And when you can understand that, the only way to understand that is walking through that fire 1,000 times, right? Until you finally see, well, I didn't die that time, or that time, or that time. I didn't lose anything there. I scraped my knee a little bit, but I got over it the next day. Like these are small little things, and when we turn them into this big mountain, it becomes almost insurmountable. And that's just in our brain. Our brain can literally build our own blockages, and when the universe brings it up and when those things happen, it's not meant to punish you. It's meant to teach you every single time you've overcome it. Everyone gets stuck in that negativity. But when you give yourself enough grace to understand and feel what it feels and say, yeah, it's not that bad. I'm okay. Nothing, nobody died. I still have my job. I still have everything that's going on. I still have my family. Like, there is really no punishment. The fear was absurd. And when you can process it like that, you're not hurting yourself. You're not saying you're stupid for being so scared. You're saying, oh, now that I see that and I see how many times I walked through it, there's really nothing to be scared of. It's such a big difference, and it empowers you and it boosts that confidence and it shows you exactly how to move through your life, and you're being kind to yourself. And in turn, because you're learning how to do that on a regular basis for yourself, obviously you're going to be kinder to other people, right? Just inherently, because when you fill your own cup and you show up and you give yourself that grace, it's just automatic that you're going to do that for everyone else around you. So, yeah, writing the fear down. But if you're not at a space where you can write it down all the time, speak it out first. Speak it. Do that process work, because to me it's going to be far more helpful when you just record yourself, and then you process through what you said. Um, then you can actually pinpoint what it is you need to write down and talk about, and work together with yourself. Because when you process it that way, it allows you to see the things you might not have been able to see. So don't just write it down. If you can and you know exactly what it is, go right for it. But if you don't and you're trying to process it, it's really helpful to do it that way. So, some of the questions you can ask, right? I'm afraid if I try this, I'll embarrass myself. So if you write it down, why? Right? Like as soon as you write down that sentence, whatever it is, and then you say, why? What will happen if I embarrass myself? What is the worst that's going to happen? The absolute worst. And then what is the absolute best? And then you start asking these questions, and what you're going to find almost every single time is the pros so much far outweigh the cons. Uh, and then it's like, just do it scared. Because when you just do it scared, the outcome is so much more beautiful than you could ever imagine.